If you're looking for a new Minecraft seed, or you just want to relax and see what I've found over the past week, you're in the correct place. I have 20 new Minecraft seeds, including great survival seeds, beautiful building seeds, awesome structures, and more. Let's find out if one of them is perfect for what you're looking for. Survival islands are one of those classic Minecraft seed types that players have been looking for as long as I can remember. Starting out, and maybe even spending your whole playthrough on an island is just a fun, unique way to play survival. Personally, I'd likely go with an island like this one. It's got a couple of patches of forest biome with a pretty big beach, and really overall, it's a pretty small island, which is always an added plus given the rarity of spawning on an island these days. So yeah, that's just a great survival island seed option. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more island seeds like this, because I might put together a full video of them soon depending on the feedback. This mountain circle village seed looks absolutely incredible. Spawning in and having this as your first view is just fantastic. The village is all just down here in the meadow biome with just a singular path going up the mountainside. And then of course we get those frozen peaks all around. Just a quick note, I play on Java Edition. Terrain on Bedrock Edition and Java Edition is the same, but structures like the village do not generate the same. So just remember that you'll only see the structures I show on Java. Yeah man, I just think this looks really cool. These types of seeds are always a favorite of mine to find. This one has a spawn right inside an abandoned village, so that alone makes it a bit rare, but the cherry grove surrounding it takes it to another level. It almost feels like the cherry grove is unlivable for some reason. There needs to be some reason why this village is now abandoned and the zombies have overtaken it. A villager decided to build their house here way up towards the sky. And I have to say, the windswept terrain here just looks crazy. It's actually mostly plains biome, but the small windswept hills cause it to look like this. The animals right here are pretty much just going to be trapped in the floating terrain here forever. And to be honest, it's hard to even call this a village because it's really just the well here and the house at the top. So it's more of just a house in the middle of nowhere. But honestly, it's probably a bit peaceful living in a house up here away from everything else. Lately, I've been finding these Minecraft seeds that just have a plains biome surrounded by a forest, and I think they're a really great place to start a survival world. You can see it clearly in-game, but the map also gives a great view of what I'm talking about too. You just already have a perfect area cleared out for your base area or whatever. It's really just so convenient. I'm always finding these lake village seeds, but this one is a bit different because there's a floating ruined portal included. You spawn right next to the lake in a plains biome. The village is on the opposite side of the lake. A path connects to the land here, and that makes it really easy to walk right into the village. This path here almost leads to the ruined portal and could be an easy way to access it. Really, the ruined portal just makes this one a bit different than the usual lake village seeds I find. For my channel members this week, I shared 5 lake village seeds in a video for them. Go ahead and click the join button below to learn all about the perks of being a channel member if you want to support me a bit more. This is easily one of my favorite island village seeds. The island itself is made up of taiga, forest, beach, and stony shores, and the village stretches across the whole thing with tons of buildings. Among them are 2 blacksmiths and a mason's house built out over the water. The only other bits of the village out on the water are just paths like this one. One of my favorite parts of this one is how we get this water cave here that goes under a bit of the island. Yeah, overall, this one is just fantastic. And if you liked this, stick around because later in the video, I've got another island village that may be even better. The woodland mansion in this seed generates in a pretty awesome spot. It's right between 2 different mountains with the jagged peaks and frozen peaks. You spawn up in the jagged peaks where there's even a small pale garden biome, and you're able to quickly look down to the woodland mansion in the valley with the entrance tucked into the terrain here. The nearby forest and birch forest may take a bit of time to clear out, but the mountains all around create a beautiful backdrop for building. Honestly, there's really just so much to like about this one. I've got to say, this one looks incredible. The spawn of this one is in a big Badlands biome, so if that's what you're after, this seed is a great pick. And that lake village is really close to spawn. It just looks awesome having the mesa and desert around it, and I really like how we get some mine shafts poking out like this one here. It all just combines to look fantastic. I found this tall witch hut that looks pretty cool. From bottom to top, it's 55 blocks tall. It's not like the tallest hut found or anything, but I don't really care about that. I was just looking for something that looks interesting, and I think this one does. And really, all the windswept terrain around spawn looks pretty awesome. I will say, if you don't want the witch to die, you're gonna need to save her pretty quickly, but I'm pretty sure the witch will just respawn eventually anyways. But yeah, this just looks really interesting. On the topic of just looking cool, I found this seed here too. I just think the outpost and mansion next to each other looks cool. actually spawned as this seed in this little hollow mountain type area, and the mansion and outposts are close by. I mean, they just look like they're meant to be near each other with the build palette and stuff, but I'm sure it'd probably be a bit miserable dealing with this in survival mode. This mountain circle seed is just absolutely incredible. The whole valley in the middle is just huge, and it has different biomes like the plains, cherry grove, and forest. The village here in the middle is a great addition too, especially with the blacksmith, and it also gives some great perspective on just how big the middle valley area is. There's really just so much room for building here, just such a great place to spawn into a new world. Just to let you know, as always, I created a blog for the seeds in this video. It lists all the seeds and coordinates with screenshots in one easy place for you. Go ahead and click the link in the description or pinned comment after watching to check it out. I've been finding some seeds with a plains biome surrounded by a forest, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a village in there too. So now it just looks like the villagers have cleared out an area and are thriving. We get one house reaching the edge of the forest here and a few paths too, but otherwise the village is just all in that small plains biome. It's a really simple looking area, but I think it's really convenient. You could even work on expanding the village as your first goal in the world. I recently shared what I called an ocean monument lake after somebody requested me to find it. But since then, I've refined my search conditions a bit and found one that I think is even better. Of course, the lake is technically just a really small ocean biome, but it's fully surrounded by different biomes like the taiga and the plains. Right in the middle of the lake is the monument, and I think it looks really cool with the rivers flowing into the lake as well. It's just a unique place to spawn near in a world, and I think it's pretty cool. I found this spawn island that's pretty cool. It has quite a few different biomes with the jungle, dark forest, beach, and birch forest. It's a pretty big island, so you've got lots of space for living and building. And there's a jungle temple on the island too, so this gives you a couple of chests inside. But it could also give this island a bit of a story. In the comments, let me know of some lore that you come up with for why this temple is out here on this isolated island. With the size of this, I can't really call this a lake village, so I guess it's more of a pond village. You spawn into the world here in a plains and you quickly see the village nearby. Actually, with this path, you can easily walk right into the village too. And given the size of the pond, there's actually quite a few buildings packed into the floating village. I think it just looks pretty awesome. This little mountain circle spawn looks pretty cool. We get those jagged peaks forming the circle area, and some of the peaks go pretty high up. But for this one, that middle area just looks really interesting. A mansion managed to fit in the small area, and it's combined with a pale garden. I mean, maybe it's not a seed worth using for survival mode or anything, but I think it looks cool, and sometimes that's all I really care about. This island village is almost like one of those floating ocean villages I used to showcase a lot. Changes to the Minecraft spawn algorithm have made ocean villages harder to find, but I really like this one. The main difference here is having a little forest island, but that might be a bonus for easy access to wood. I really like the look of this. The paths and the buildings out in the ocean look awesome. Definitely a very cool island village seed. Compared to a lot of the seeds I share, this one is pretty simple, but that's exactly what makes it a great spot for a survival world spawn. Looking at the map, you can see how the mangrove completely surrounds that circular plains biome. In-game, you can see the plains biome is really flat, and it just has a couple of oak trees, and then all around is just mangrove. I mean, it's just a great place for a starter base, and honestly a really cool place to begin your adventure. Starting out in a new Minecraft world with this view at spawn is amazing. And the high up overhead view of the cherry grove looks awesome too. The cherry grove just has such a cool shape to it. Since it's right at spawn, you've already got some fantastic building opportunities. The Sunflower Plains Valley is the most obvious choice, especially if you want to include the lake in your build. But building up in the cherry grove itself is another great option too. Maybe let your creativity thrive with all the pink trees all around. The options are really endless with this area. No matter where you choose to build, it'll look fantastic. For more fantastic Minecraft seeds, check out one of the videos on screen now. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.